Start recording. All right, welcome everybody to the ending event for Euroscaler Spring 2023. Amazing. We have a couple of companies we're going to talk with today and share what they've learned. The point of this event is for them to share with each other, so that because we work in groups and not everybody knows what people said from one group to another. Of course, I am working as a in between there at the liaison, but it's good for them to teach each other as well. So that's one part of this event. And of course, for the city people who are being paying for this event also can see what's been happening. So those are the points. And also now we have some of the trainees are here that have been working with these companies. So maybe I'll ask you guys some questions in the end, who knows, but they're here as well. So checking it out. All righty. So let's get anything else that we want to talk about the program. Something that we did a little bit different this year. The interns we worked with, we had them collaborate more together, and we didn't do one intern for one company. Instead, we had one intern work with like 3 companies, 4 companies, and another intern also worked with 4, and so on. So it became like a matrix organization where several people were involved in one project, and it seemed to have had a generally positive effect in the effectiveness of the trainees and the experience of the interns and what the companies got from the interns as well. So that was a big change we did that was positive for this year, I would say. Not too much else has changed compared to other years. Now, okay, well, I would say let's get to it because everybody knows what's going on here. So let's get to Yanni first on stage. And let's see now if he is
first one is Antti. Yanni might join in the end of the event because he has a customer workshop. So
I'm wondering. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Yanni, sorry. Yes.
Sorry, am I starting?
Antti from Officer.
Okay. Hi, everyone. We have had Victor running in this program. Victor is in sick leave today, unfortunately, and sending greetings for you all. And we are with Markus now telling what he was supposed to tell to you.
Quickly, who are you guys? What are you guys doing? Let's start with that.
We have separated so that could you, Markus, start and I can continue at the end.
Yes, let's do that. I'm going to share, if that's possible. I have a couple of slides I can show at the same time as I talk. Let's see. One.
And while we wait for Enlabs, is Hubble coming at? Is Hubble next, or Christina? I'm looking at the document.
Hubble, Yanni Nurmi replied for the last minute that they have customer workshop and he might join in the end. So apologies from him.
You can move him to the end in the document also. That will help me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, it seems I have to quit and reopen. Is that okay?
All right, let's do it quickly then. So Antti, can you pitch what you guys are doing? Just give us 20 seconds. What is it Enlabs is doing?
Yes. We have a web camera and a cloud service. We are providing images from construction sites, and our customers are using those in project management and in marketing. And we have now 3-person team: me, Markus, and Victor.
All right, I had to shut off my it's getting heat. It's too warm in here. All right. Yeah, so and I think while we're waiting, here we go. Markus got the screen on. Very nice, Markus. Okay.
Okay, so
let's go.
Started already, but we're helping construction sites with communication with 2 simple tools: camera and cloud service. And what they from their site that they're using then to improve their communications with marketing, project management, and these kinds. And we're selling at the moment through our brands. We've been selling it through Raksa Camera for a long time, over 10 years. And now a few years ago, we opened up Big Camera, and that's like the Nordics is what we're focusing on now. And this Euroscalers has been focusing on sales in Sweden. That's the short introduction.
All right, thank you. So could you tell us what has been your experience here? What has been your results?
Yes, that's the next slide. So yeah, we sent out 3 rounds to a total of 128 prospects in Sweden through using both Woodpecker and VAM. So Woodpecker email prospecting tool, and then VAM, this video messaging tool. And we got slightly different, better percentages each time we sent out the new round. So that was working fine. We were improving on the message clearly, like on how many read and clicked the emails. The reply percentage, we didn't get so much good data because it fluctuated between the campaigns. So we don't know what's going on there exactly. But we think the reply percentage was okay. Still, it was just then the 20% mean from the whole thing. Through these, we got quite a lot of leads, like answers, but most of them were like no thank you emails, but they were still answering. But all to all, we got only 7 leads, and of those 2 have already closed with no sales, and the current funnel size is 5, and no sales from the program altogether. And yeah, we are quite still excited about the tools that we're using. We tested last week until the campaign here for Finland, and we got very good results there. We tested an email campaign with only Woodpecker without VAM, and we got 45 answered out of the sent out emails. That looking good. So we're going to analyze quite a lot now. What's the difference between the Finnish message and the Finnish market and the Swedish market, and trying to understand that. We don't yet know what this difference is about.
Oh, nice work. And I can say that having 5% like lead out of your emails is quite good. Like you have, that means if you do 1,000, you would have 50 or 70. 50 to 70 customers that were really interested in buying. So it's not that bad. Finland will be, and normally almost always for a Finnish company, will be easier, almost always. Good. So Sweden behaves like a normal market, so to say.
Okay, great. Yeah, our main goals was to get like a reliable, repeatable process for prospecting outreach, and we think that we now have kind of a baby version out of this. So we kind of think of it as success. It's something that we can start working on properly. Revenue from the program, not yet, so that's a failure. We were hoping to get at least 1 sales from this, but we're waiting for that still. Measurable email campaign, yeah, we're getting that now through Woodpecker. We didn't get to do segmentation as we had hoped. It was decided that it's too much work at this moment, so we wouldn't have gotten through the program if we had split this into 3 segments still, but we will do that later on.
Right. Well, thank you. But Marcus, what would you like to share, or maybe it could be Antti as well, sharing with the rest of the guys what is something that they could learn from you?
Yes, Antti will grab it from here, and then we can have a slide.
Thank you very much, Marcus, for this. Yeah.
Yes. I have listed 3 points we would like to share with you. First is that we have now this new sales process because until this, we have used mostly ads and received inbound leads. And even this is too early to say now how effective this is, but still, and in Finland it seems very promising, but we now have another process which we are going to use in Sweden and in other countries, in other new markets, and also current markets in Europe. So that's very cool thing. We have no new cold outreach process with Woodpecker. So second point is that about Woodpecker still that we have received from Sweden many of those no answers, but with those we have had a lot of new information about our customers. For example, about competitors and what they think our service and how they are handling their image shooting right now and what tools they are using and what purpose, this kind of thing. So it's even if this wouldn't work in sales, I think we would use this in the future to gather more information about customers and their needs. And third point is this video videos in emails. This was also new for us, new thing. And it was interesting. We used VAM. It's buggy bastard, but the concept is very clear with VAM. It's we have face and some page content, whatever you want to share. And it seems that this is something that is very natural to put within the email message. So this is we have tried it not only in cold outreach, but now we have tried it as well in regular emails with our current customers, and it's a quite nice new thing. So yeah, this was the points. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Antti. Thank you, Markus. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience that you didn't mention already?
Yeah, I think maybe the big question mark there in my slide at the moment is that we don't really yet know what works and what doesn't, but it seems that we have a process to try to find out it, but we got so little like differentiation between our campaigns and these that we don't know yet will we get the data to actually move these forward. And that's like the big question maybe for everyone here.
Yeah. Yeah, some will strike gold fast and they know, and others you have to like move around and see where it is. And yeah, Sweden, for example, is one of those markets. It takes some time to figure it out, but it's still valuable for you guys. And I'm really happy if you can get more sales in Finland as well. That's also good. But I would say thank you very much, Antti. Thank you, Markus, for being in the program, and also Victor, who usually have been hanging out with us. Yeah. So thank you all for being in the program. I appreciate it. And you've been doing really well with this camera so far. So I'm hoping to see even more success both in Finland and abroad for you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, then let's go to the next one. It would be
we have
Kevin with Dash Coffee. Let's see, do I also have to click? Yeah, there we go. Now it's working, Christina. Nice to see you, Kevin.
Nice to see you too, Rasmus.
All right. So what's Dash Coffee all about?
Let me share a screen so I can show it much more beautifully to you guys.
Look at that. I'm going to shut off this. Oh, it's already fixed.
All right. You also can see a screen?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So hi, everyone. My name is Kevin. I'm the co-founder of Dash Coffee. And we are a company that empowers women through coffee. And how we achieve that is that we import coffee directly from farmers that we have met and traveled to from Rwanda. We import it ourselves directly from them to Finland, roasted here in Töölö, fresh. We deliver it straight to our clients here in Finland as well.
Nice, very nice. So what was your Euroscales experience? What happened during your time here with us?
So our experiences have been quite positive. So we are focused mostly on email marketing using BAM videos and Woodpecker. And we've had 100 prospects, which we've sent to. And there's some details on like 70 people have opened and have 15 replied and discussion with. And actually we have managed to get 3 new clients based on that. The value of this has been 223 euros based on single purchase. But this has led to us having discussions of multi-year contracts with them because the experience has been extremely positive from the clients that have bought from us. So which has led to us getting a much better point of contact with our clients. And for us, it has definitely, I'm not say that we have found the golden route of using email marketing for us yet, but it's definitely given us the tools to test and see how we can achieve that. And I see huge potential in continuing using BAM as a way to get the conversation going with clients, also using Woodpecker to see how different testing works in markets.
Thank you, Kevin. I want to go through something that you guys did because we used Vamo, these short videos, and we used them in cold outreach, and that didn't really work out. If people didn't know us, sending a video didn't seem to have much of a positive effect. But you did use it partly. Well, maybe you can contradict me on that as well. But you did also use it when you had met a client or had some interaction. Then you send the videos, and you were able to close faster. Maybe you want to share something on that.
Yes, and this was definitely the biggest, I would say, struggle we had. That we didn't get results we wanted outside of trying to directly email people. Until this Monday, this week, I had one client reply to my email and said that, yes, we're interested in buying from you. So we did actually end up having one client in there. But yes, during most of the time of the period, we found much more power in actually having met the clients in some way or having warm leads, and then using the VAM as a way to kind of close the deal or kind of get a much more better introduction to what we do and how we do it and get that meeting. So definitely been a huge benefit for us.
Right, very nice. I think that you've been experimenting a lot. So that was, yeah. Is there anything else that you'd like to share to the others that you've learned or they think that they could make use of from your experience?
I would definitely try to, utilize the videos more. I think there's a huge benefit in getting them to know who you are as a person, because people want to buy from people they know. I think the videos is definitely helpful in closing that gap much faster. And I think, trying to find a ways of how to do it in your different field will be different from everyone, but definitely consider experimentation with that in some ways.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. Anything else you want to share with anybody in the audience before we move on to the next one?
Not right now. No, I'm quite.
Well, I want to add something that you didn't mention it because maybe for you it was obvious, but you guys pioneered a new way to work with the trainees. I don't think you did it on purpose. You just did it, but it was really clever because we had eight trainees available, and Kevin and Matthew from Dash Coffee were like, "All right, you got 8 of them, okay." You gave tasks to possibly all of them at once. We had a digital tool in between there to communicate this, and I think you were able to leverage quite a lot of extra hands to help you with different things in the project as well.
Yes, that's very true. I mean, something I actually didn't mention that the interns were very helpful in us in doing web optimization and doing blog articles and also getting new prospects for us. So it was very helpful to have these interns do this kind of like small stuff that we don't necessarily have time for. So yeah, we had interns and we just thought this was the best way to use them.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. Thank you for coming into the program. And I'm happy you got some sales even within the program. So that's really cool that you were able to get to that point. Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Okay. That was Kevin from Dash Coffee. And let's get to Arne from See-Through Solutions. Hello, Arne.
Yeah, hi. So let me also share my screen and
let's see. Go ahead. You should be able to.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, you should be able. I think sharing is enabled for everybody. It's the middle green button in the middle of the down in the middle.
Yeah, sure, but
they have to pick a screen.
Then I have to. Well, okay, I won't do it.
All right.
Yeah, I would have to change the system preferences again.
Oh no, well, let's leave with it.
Yeah, so I'm maybe a bit different from the other companies. I'm running a technology company, which originates originally from VTT. So I'm trying to commercialize some VTT technology. It's a camera technology. It's a special security camera which can see concealed weapons under clothing, which means that you can see, I mean, what you have below your shirt, for example. And this is a technology that, I mean, all of you probably have seen in the airport, for example, in Helsinki airport. So they have some of our competitors there. And what essentially we are doing, I'm trying to commercialize an alternative technology, and my potential customers are already those who are selling the security instruments in aviation market for passenger screening or some other emerging markets. And I can actually name the potential customers, let's say the 6 most likely customers, and they're typically big companies, multi-billion revenue companies, and so actually most of them are US companies. And so I started a campaign trying to outreach to those companies, but it is just quite difficult to get through. And this, I was already getting a bit desperate, and this was like the situation how I ended up joining this training. And then what happened actually during the course is that, I mean, I did, for some reason, I did actually get through. I mean, now I'm like negotiating with like 50% of the companies that I wanted originally to contact with, and we've been having several meetings. So I'm now the problems are elsewhere. I do have the connection and the negotiation, but I mean, now I need to close.
What was the way that you got through in the end? Because you thought for a long time that it's not working and not getting through.
Yeah.
What was it that, well, if you have to tell yourself, 6 months ago, Arne, this would be your strategy, what would you tell yourself? What's working?
Well, actually, in my case, it was, well, one of the things was just time. I mean, even though cold emails didn't work in the first place, I mean, in the end, some of them did work. And the other thing was that physical meetings, for example, through expos did work. I got some more contacts, and also there were some like more complicated routes. In some cases, I got some introductions through friends or colleagues who happen to know a person in that company. And so I just tried all the tricks that I can imagine.
Yeah, and yes, eventually it worked. Well, that's really cool to hear. Thank you, Arne. Is there anything that you would like to share with the rest of the people here?
Well, yes. Well, I mean, these techniques, these digital marketing techniques, I found them very nice, and also, for example, this embedding videos in emails. I'm certainly using that also as maybe a bit in a way that was like this Dash Coffee was like explaining that I'm into, like, maybe to get a better personal connection or a reminder after face-to-face meeting, what was it about and who was the person. And so that's good. And also this, in my case, I only had like maybe 10 or 20 potential customers, and 6 of them like being the most significant. But I mean, this typically there may be like thousands even, or hundreds at least, and this kind of a statistical big data way of approaching customers and making various experiments and measuring feedback, what works and what not. I find it very, as an experimental physicist also, I find it very reasonable approach, scientific approach. So I will, yeah.
And I think for all of us, it's something to remember that, we try, there's some of it is a feeling that you're trying to feel what works, but some of it is statistics that if you notice we're doing this type of email 100 times, we're getting this type of reply. So, that's part of the game that we just, and some of it's just statistics on that. We don't know who's now looking to buy. We don't know who they are. And we just have to send it to hundreds of people to get the one who says, yeah, actually, I'm interested, because they're really hard to find. They don't usually tell that I'm out to buy. And then our lives will be easier. Thank you very much, Arne. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us before we move on?
Well, maybe that's all. I mean, it was nice course, nice learning for me.
Yeah. And thank you, Arne. Thank you for participating, and best of luck with sealing the deal on at least one of those big guys to get your technology. Thank you. Then who we have next is Ilka, but it looked like Ilka got a phone call. No, he's here. Okay. How's it going, Ilka?
Yep. It's going great. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great too. So what is Scale Company? What do you guys do?
So let me take the slides out.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, there we go. Oh, nice. Nice logos you got there, Ilka.
Yeah. They are some of our like small clients that we have already. So basically, like a Scale is a sales force of innovation, as we have been like comparing it. So basically, with data, we help the organizations to streamline their innovation funnel activities and make data-driven decisions in order to grow the ideas to scalable businesses as fast as possible. So we are a team of 4, and we have like 50 years of experience in innovation management and strategy. And currently, we are focusing on ramping up sales. We have been founded in 2021, and started with piloting with some of these clients, and now like looking forward, like scaling these sales. Yes.
Thank you, Ilka. So what was your experience here in the Euroscale? What happened during your time here?
Yeah, so basically, like I divided this to two areas, inbound and outbound, because like those are the things that I have been like focusing on recently. So in terms of inbound, I started like a little bit like inspired about the discussions that we have along the way in the program. So I started like creating like new content and like setting up our like SEO presence and awareness for our clients, working on the very start of the funnel in that sense. And we are seeing quite promising results in our website visits already, as you see here from the analytics. And next, we are going to more start focusing into the actual CTAs for the actual lead collection from the website, just like being more like awareness driven at the moment, like showing the clients that, hey, we are a real company, we are here, we have expertise in this area to support the actual sales discussions that we have. But like moving like more into that like later on. Now mostly like focusing into the outbound, because like that's where we see the biggest potential for the real sales. So what I've been doing like throughout the program. So prospecting with Apollo, there is extra O there, but don't mind about that. So like trying to find like relevant leads from there basically. And then like I got a really good hang of the LinkedIn contacting, and I have been like connecting with like 10 plus like innovation leaders throughout the Europe basically. And we have like the 2 sales meetings scheduled, and really like looking forward to those. And like most probably, like given our sales cycle, we are going to close the actual sales by next autumn, but it's really important to get the conversation started right now, because like they will be like really busy in the beginning of the autumn anyway. So the very last thing that the idea that we came up with was launching this pilot program. So like we wanted to speed up the phase, like how fast did the customers actually start to using our platform and getting like real value and like seeing like how it actually works. So we launched the program, and now I'm combining like kind of like all the things that I've like learned from the other teams, also like what has been working for them and etc. So running a woodpecker campaign with 300 leads that we have collected earlier in one of our email campaigns. And we have already like gotten like 3 preliminary signups. We are just like in discussions with them whether they are like able to jump on board right into May. But that looks like really promising. And for you to like understand maybe a little bit better, so the situation for our business is like we could either like just like be reaching out to the clients, maybe like close a couple of like sales meetings during the springtime, and then they probably say to us that like okay, summer holidays are here, so let's get back to this like back in autumn. So basically like we could just like sit here and wait doing nothing, but like instead we decided that like, hey, let's give them to test this out free, and it's like much better like use of our time, and like gives like a proper traction already during the spring, hopefully. So that's the idea.
Nice. Sounds very good. So what do you, thank you. Yeah. So what would you like to, is there anything you'd like to share with the rest of the people, something that you learned?
So I thought that like one thing, like one reflection of my mind throughout the program or in the end was that I think it's like really important to find the own sales routine that fits for you specifically. And our situation was something like that. We have all like done sales in past, and like we know something about doing sales, and like we have been like selling the solution from the day one. So and like have closed some deals, as you saw previously, but like we have no experience, like thorough experience of like how to actually start scaling this or like doing this systematically or something like this. So we were like a lot of like focusing into cold calling, like everyone was telling us that like you need to pick up the phone, you need to start calling, and we also like believed that ourselves, and like we're saying that ourselves that like hey, we need to be calling, but we don't like it. I don't feel at all like confident like calling cold to someone and like starting to explain this. For me, it's like I go into the details much too easily, and whereas like I should be like just focusing into like closing the next meeting with them. So I totally forget that, and like in that sense, like I hate it. So basically, like during the program, I started like considering that like, hey, there might be like other ways as well, and like learning new options for that, and like also the program was really helpful in the sense that like we had this like systematic follow-ups, goals, and coaching in order to go forward. So basically, like my best practice was the LinkedIn connecting. I liked that. It's working for me. It's working for our business, and I was like able to incorporate that into my weekly tasks, so that like it doesn't feel so disgusting to me as the cold calling would. So basically, like by doing that, I have been like ensuring that like I will actually focus into that and get the results then as a result. So basically, like if you hate it, you most probably won't do it. You will find excuses for not to do it, and like especially being a startup CEO, you have like 50 different tasks, and like sales is just one of them. So like it's like really compelling then to start doing like something else instead of the sales. If you hate it like in the ways that you're doing it currently or think you should be doing it.
So like I think would be then for everybody that if you find a sales method that produces results, but there's not so much friction to start doing it, then it would be much more likely that there will be anything happening compared to then maybe option optimal, but if you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a nice insight. Thank you very much, Ilkka. And I'm happy that you found new methods that you like more, and I'm happy to hear that LinkedIn is working, because you have also like a limited pool. There's not unlimited amount of companies for you. They're decently large and stuff. So I'm happy that they're connecting with you and interacting and want to have meetings. That's really good to hear. Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we go to the next one?
Nope, that's basically it.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Ilkka, and best of luck with the funding and everything, whatever's going on, and making money on your side. Thank you. Okay. Next up, we have Jarno from ProcureNode. What's up, Jarno?
Yeah, hi. How's it going? Going good here.
Good. Same here. You've been active. You've been doing all kinds of stuff. I think, Jarno, you've been doing emails, LinkedIn, videos, like fan message, like redesign your website. You did it all.
Yeah. It has been a lot of effort that we put here, but I think it did really pay off. So making videos was just, I've never been doing that before. So that was kind of jumping into something new, but I think it works really well. I've found it very, very good, and definitely going to be part of the sales process in the future as well.
Nice. Well, okay, Jarno, what does ProcureNode do?
Yeah, we are building, I don't have any slides, but just briefly describing. So we are building a procurement solution for tailored for indirect procurement, which is anything else than like raw materials or anything that goes into production. So everything on the side, sometimes it could be packaging materials, sometimes it's services, sometimes it's like facility rents, facility services, whatever. I mean, whatever you need in order to keep the business running, but not the one that you built the sold products with. And so it's kind of a ERP add-on that adapts to the ERP. You can use integrations and you can manage. You have the financial control enhanced when you get approvals. You have the request. You do everything in the same platform, and you do it as easy as possible. So
yeah, I think people in procurement understands exactly what you're talking about. So
yeah,
that's good. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a cool app to help these procurements people do their job better and faster and save money. Guess it right. Awesome. So tell me, you don't have any slides, but I mentioned at the beginning a couple of the experiments. But would you go through a little bit of what experiments did you run, and maybe go through especially the ones that went well? Yeah, go through one by one. You don't have to go into too much depth, but I want to know like what worked and what didn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I've been doing earlier, so the email outreach is nothing new. So we've been trying it, we've been doing it with having like 5% open rate and even lower response rate. So it's not, I don't know, maybe I've thought that this is how it goes, and you just need to go and send it out with masses of emails before it actually starts to deliver something. But having a consistent process of email, like having these 3 different stages and handpicking the people where you send the email with. I've been breaking my assumptions so far. My one assumption was that if you just keep bombarding the same person like 3 times, it doesn't work. So so far during this 8-week program, I've sent 1 offer out, and this lead came from the 3rd email that was sent. So it's not, sometimes you don't really know what's happening there, but if you just send 1 and leave it at that, it's not really, you are not reaching out. So having a consistent process of reaching out the client, so you need to get the no, or you get to know, you need to get the maybe, no, or whatever response there is in order to know that you have reached out. And then adding this video presentation, it's really an excellent way to like demonstrate what you really have, because otherwise, if you just leave everything on the like cold email outreach, I don't think you can really, nobody really can understand what you're saying if you just put a couple of words there. So that doesn't work. But if you have the video, you can demonstrate this is what we have, this is what we do, and this is what you can reach with using our solution. So only spending 1.5 minutes presenting this through the video, I mean, the other party, they don't necessarily know exactly what you do or what the software does, but they know if they are interested or not. So if they say no, then you can be sure that they have a hunch on
they at least looked at it and this is not what we want.
Exactly. And well, of course, editing the emails, we did actually alpha beta testing with the emails also, and this was one actually clear indication that the shorter emails are much more effective, at least for the first round, for the first step of messages. So I think it was one of the meetings we had. There was a guy saying that maximum 50 words per outreach mail. And we tried. I had longer one and I had maximum 50. And there was a clear increase in the response and engagement to the shorter emails. So
and were you even using ChatGPT to make it shorter?
Yes, yeah. It's, for me, it's difficult because I'm trying to explain things like with insight, and I'm thinking if I like just leave one sentence out, it will destroy the message. So by utilizing ChatGPT, I was able to like shorten and compress my idea so that I was happy that it actually still is able to relay the message that I want to relay. So it's kind of
that's really cool.
For that pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good to use. For all of you, shortening messages, especially if you wrote the original yourself, is very difficult. So then if you use it like for that, bam, you get a compromised version that you maybe have to adjust a couple of words, but then you got it. And even though it may be worse from Jarno's own perspective, you look at it doesn't say everything, but still it was better.
Yeah, I wouldn't use it for building messages from scratch. There's a lot of things that, I mean, I always want to fix afterwards. Of course, if you have totally blank paper in front of you, you can start by creating something and then it's easier to fix what you have. But I mean, shortening what you have, that's much more powerful. There it works really well.
Yeah, very nice. So, and also you started doing videos for the VAM or the short videos. You did those. You have also added them. Where have they been most effective or most useful, the videos that you've done?
I think they best probably work with emails, because then you can also get, when you look at the VAM statistics, you get the domain where it has been looked and who's been looking at it and how long did they look. So you can get more insight from there. I think if you embed it to LinkedIn messages, you just see that person number 42 has been watching the video for 25 seconds or something like that, but you don't really see the domain. But the domain comes when you embedded it into an email. So that's giving you much more information in that sense. But I'm also in the future, I'm also using VAM to create like LinkedIn videos. I have long text that I'm posting there, something like 200 words or something like that. But I'm trying to translate that into making, again, maybe 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes messages, trying to relay what I'm kind of trying to teach the audience in a way how to utilize about the solution that we're building and like this domain, like about the purchase to pay solutions in general without actually going into details that you should buy this one, because then it's much more effective as well.
Nice. So Jarno, what would you like to share to the rest of us here that would, if I have to do something that you have learned, what would you recommend us to? What would you like to share to the rest that maybe are some good practices from your side?
Yeah, well, I knew that making videos is something that you probably, it's the future of sales probably. It's difficult, it's really difficult, but I mean, nobody can really do it for you. So you have to just start doing it, and you can record it, save it on the hard drive, and then do it again and do probably a million times, and it gets better. But it's like I don't know, playing something or playing drums or whatever. So you need a lot of practice before it starts to work, but it pays off because after you get hang of it, when you get to know how it works really, and you have the process of making them, then you can repeat the process. It's the same. If you have a good sales process, it's also scalable. And if you know how to do videos, you can scale it also, and you can apply it to different things.
Yeah, because we talked now about on LinkedIn and you're using it on email, but you also do like LinkedIn messages, but you can do LinkedIn videos. Like I do a lot of them, right? But LinkedIn videos, you can do Instagram. I'd also do TikTok and YouTube Shorts now personally. And then you can also use them on your website, your landing pages. So like this seems to be, videos are just being used exactly everywhere. And I don't see a way back. I mean, I don't know, maybe in 20 years we'll say, oh, remember when we had videos? Now we just have a worm that speaks into our ear or something, who knows? But like I wouldn't have projected ChatGPT either. Like we don't know where the world is going, but right now video just seems to be the way. I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's another way.
It's much more like efficient. So if I've been using a lot of time to get like a meeting from a customer first, and then I have 30 minutes presentation on the software, and then say that this is nothing that I'm interested in, then it's wasted time on both sides, also the buyers and also the seller side. But if you can like compress the whole idea into a 1.5 minute video, they can see it, and then they know whether they are interested or not, and that's just like 1.5 minutes of their time instead of having a 30-minute demonstration of the solution.
And if it's repeatable, it means that you spent 1.5 minutes or maybe a little bit more to do it, but you can send it to 100 customers and you spent 0 per customer. Then, I mean, okay, maybe averaging out, but yeah, something like that. All right, thank you, Jarno. Is there anything else you would like to share with the people here in the audience?
No, I think that's all. I, of course, like to thank you. This has been very good, and like having a sales process that we have now is very good. So that's valuable and that's scalable, and that's like it's never fixed. It will not be fixed. I mean, we get the response from the customers and we are adjusting, and this is like an ongoing process. But to be able to reach the customers, we've already had answers to questions that we didn't know to ask, because but I mean, sending out videos and stuff like that, so you get so much more information out from the customers apart from the sales. So this was really good.
Thank you very much, Jarno. Thank you for being a part of the program. I appreciate it. And you've been one of the ones who've been pushing all kinds of different solutions at the same time. So it'd be cool to always hear the feedback from you, what you've been working on. So that also have always been fun. But thank you very much, Jarno. Let's see. We got some people coming in. I think we got Mika coming in here. Hello, Mika. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm actually in Madrid at the moment, so greetings from here.
I like your style. It's like we sent messages in the morning to check what we should look like, almost. All right. So, give you a quick. What is your company doing? Comocore. What is quick summary?
Yeah, well, Comocore provides technology for automation, so factory automation, media productions, and so on. So we use a mobile technology to give them freedom to machines from the wires. So we are removing the Ethernet cables.
All right, that's nice. So yeah, you were in the program with us now for this time as well. So tell us, you worked a lot with the interns as well, and you worked on your CRM. I think that was a big thing for you guys. Do you want to tell a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we have had an idea or target to get a CRM into the company at least about 9 months or so, and but we haven't had time to kind of evaluate the different vendors, different options, and get it started. So this was extremely helpful for us. It's the kind of a gift that will be giving, will keep giving us results over the next years, and yeah, a big deal, big step forward for us from the sales and marketing perspective.
Very nice. So now you've been in the meetings, you've been working a lot with CRM, but it might be around that. It could be something else as well. But is there something you would like to share with the other teams that you think they could have value of knowing, or that you've learned?
I think that in this program, the CRM thing, it's in some sense a fairly straightforward project. Establish a CRM, but then as a program in general, that using the video, I'm a great believer of the video things. I've done my first video trials already over 10 years ago in YouTube and so on. So really believe that the communication, sales, marketing is going towards that, and experimenting VAM and the different kind of things that would have been tried out. I think that's a good thing, and especially when you have a connection. So when you kind of communicate with somebody who already a little bit, so then using video in that kind of context. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree with you. I try my best as well. Anything else, Mika, that we'd like to share with anybody, the audience?
Well, as a program, so we have been participating, several similar kind of accelerators and so on. So this is definitely an accelerator that things are happening very quickly. It's kind of a less talk, more action type of a thing. Than let's try out things, and that's I really like. And then I believe that for those kind of companies that are already kind of having a product problem fit existing, and they are starting to reach them with the market. So then this is a highly recommended project. So thank you, City of Espoo, enabling this for us.
Thank you very much, Mika, for those kind words. I will cop that out and send it to Espoo for every negotiation from now on. Well, thank you very much, Mika, for that. Thank you for being in the program. Have a great time in there in Madrid and in Spain, and best of luck with your sales.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. All right. Do we have anybody else? Did we have the first guy coming in, Christina, or not? Is Yanni coming? No, he's not. He has something. All right. Then I don't know. Maybe we can. Maybe we can quit the filming, and then we can talk with. We can have maybe Jukka and Mikko or somebody talk. But I don't know if we need to record that. I think we can end the recording.
I was just thinking we could quickly share their results, what they let us know, just in one sentence, or we don't have to. But
from the city's perspective.
No, from the other companies that couldn't join today.
Okay, go for it. Yes, please, Christina. Highlight yourself.
Yeah, so we had Yanni from Hubble, They are making customer-specific software and AI solutions for B2B clients, and they are aware that the sales cycle is long, so they couldn't get that many results yet. However, they have been, of course, trying emailed, cold contacting experiments, and the results that they, it was already mentioned here, so videos are not watched in cold contacting, but in warm leads when you have initial meetings about something they're vital. And he shared with us that I'm going to cite him, quote him, "I'm really happy about joining this program, even though direct results are hard to measure at this point. However, if we continue to use all the learnings we have got, there is no other possibility than more sales. The lack of immediate results are more related to long sales cycle that we have. And today's design workshop is with the customer that received my professionally produced short video about mobile-friendly web application. I'm sure that it helped the closing phase of this cycle."
Yeah, I think that's, I want to say to everybody, we seem to get videos are primarily like they're effective, definitely effective in closing the sales, shortening the sales cycle process. Like you're able to close it slightly faster when your video is involved. So, and he's been having that happen to him as well. All right. Okay. Sorry, Christina, keep going.
Yeah, thank you for that. Then we have Alexi from Ample. So Ample is building kind of like an innovative global media platform that puts a scientific expertise as the focal point of communication. And they have been mostly focused on contacting universities and research centers. And what I'm going to quote him again. "So I have been very satisfied with the program. The program was exactly what we needed to kickstart more structured way of prospecting and contacting clients." So they have 2 meetings scheduled with universities and more leads as well in their funnel. Then we have Tony Alto from Apis. So they are building individual and smart web and mobile applications that support businesses in multiple ways. And his experience was that throughout this program, they kind of changed their brand to from Allen Creative Technology Studio to Apis. So he have been mostly focusing on this, and he shared, again, quoting, "I have been very satisfied and we have been able to activate our sales again. Of course, there is a lot to do, but this was exactly the start we needed. Amazing, big thanks to you." So during this program, he improved LinkedIn, which our interns helped with, and he was successful in contacting welfare directors, also 2 meetings that are being closed already. And the last one was Tommy from Knobby. So they were building they were simplifying data management processes, and basically during this program, what they figured out, again, they were firstly reaching out to manufacturing companies, and with the help of the interns and through the sales follow-up, they switched their perspective, contacting taxi companies. Again, it worked, and they have 3 meetings closed as well. So
all right, get that. That's positive. Yeah, he was about to come, but he unfortunately couldn't make it with short notice. So that was unfortunate. But thank you, Christina. So now we have that on tape as well. Look at that. Very nice. Then maybe then we can end the recording, and then we can just have a little talk. I think that feels better.